Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, my future subscribers, on my, hey, I heard about this cat named Gerard. I want to tell you something. All my scallywags, all my peaches, triggers, haters, commenters, lovers, each and every one of you. I want to welcome you to my channel. Luna, get out of there. Luna, she's eating Helen's food. But hold on, cut.
Go.
Okay, and don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. I had a call today, and it's this brother in the States who's coming to the Philippines, and he's going to be staying for 2 months. And it always flatters me tremendously when someone says to me, Mr. Gerard, I watched your videos, and your video is the reason why I come to the Philippines. I give a good analysis of the Philippines, the lifestyle, the day-to-day life, the interaction, and it has encouraged them to want to come to the Philippines. Anyway, this brother's coming. He's going to spend 2 months in the Philippines, and he's going to spend 1 month in Manila, and spend 1 month in Cebu, which at that time he will come visit me. You'll meet him, but he says I want to meet Calvin, and that does my heart good to hear that Calvin has made that impression on somebody, whereas that they want to come meet him. He says, I want to hang out with you guys. You guys look like you're having fun. So, and then of course he goes to, and the girls. Oh my God, the girls. He said, I can't wait to get there. Like his motor's like, just waiting for the bus into the Philippines. So it's funny. So I'm looking forward to meeting him, sharing him with you. And his name is Alan, and he'll be here soon. In fact, I talked to him today, this morning, and he wanted to answer some questions about what he needs to know about when in traveling to the Philippines, such as banking and an ATM card, and suppose he loses ATM card, and I explained to him, go to your institution and make sure that you are able to access your account by phone, and you can have it transferred to a bank here in the Philippines like I do. We also talked about the banks, and things of that nature. What he needs to make sure, number one, that you're dealing with a reputable institution in the States, not one of these fly-by-night credit unions. I have a friend, you met him, James, who still, only way he can get money is by buying people's groceries and buying people's food to put cash in his pocket, because his ATM card just won't work here. So it's very important that you make sure that you're, and the reason being is that the institution that I think it's U.S. Direct or something like that. I hope that's the name, because I want it to be a warning for those of you who have that type of bank or that institution, and he can't get them on the phone. And when he does get them on the phone, he uses my phone, which is another question that Alan asked me, is that the phones, is he able to call the States? I said no. I said, unless you made arrangement with your cell phone provider. You see, I have T-Mobile, and I made arrangement for T-Mobile to be able to call the States. Now, it's a step up as far as levels, or as far as packages, and I pay 20 cents a minute whenever I call the States. Not that I call that often, nothing, but in case of emergency, I have to call somebody, or every now and then I'll go through my phone and just call somebody, and they say, "Hey, Gerard," I say, "Hey, man, I'm just thinking about you." You know how I do, and so I like I say, I pay 20 cents a minute, but I told him that when he come here, that it's best for him to get one of the cell phones that they have on the market here, and your SIM card, and have your U.S. phone and your Filipino phone like I do. So he would have to make arrangement with the cell phone provider to let them know he's going to be traveling abroad, and so that this way, they don't think that your phone's been hijacked from somebody in China. You know what I'm saying? But I also told him that Skype, using Skype is a good way to go. Skype, I use a lot. I use it to call my cell phone provider, and I use it to call, my bank. One reason being because when I use my phone, I find out, well, a whole time is 40 minutes, like this, or 30 minutes, and I'm not down for that, to be able to hold the phone that long and what have you. So Skype always seems to put me right through. So that's my suggestion to him, is to open up a Skype account if he didn't have one. I told him some of the foreigners use Zelle. I think it's Zelle or something like that, or use some of the money transfer apps or whatever like this. I'm one not to use those type of things because, I like to give as few people as I can to have my personal information. I don't like ordering stuff online if I got to put my credit card down or whatever. I've had my identity stolen once, and darn, they didn't fix my credit. But I had my identity stolen once, so I knew the headache involved about doing that. So that's why I take extra precaution by I'm not putting my banking information on my card information or my account information online or anything unless I really, really feel secure about that institution. And he was asking me a few other things he asked about, about his airline ticket. Would keep would it have I lose my airline ticket or something like this? Just basic information that you would want to ask in case something happens. I mean, you don't plan on anything to happen, but having a contingency is always a good thing to have, And I told them, well, they honor the information that you have on your phone. So if you make reservations, most of the time they will send you that information to your email address. So that also acts as a legitimate form of identifying a transaction, or they accept that because a lot of things are done on the internet and things of that nature. So, I mentioned that to him. But you really want to make sure that, about the airline ticket, I said, one thing about coming to the Philippines is that you need a round trip ticket. Not, I mean, like for instance, if you're going to come to the Philippines and you didn't know how long you're going to stay, so rather than getting a round trip ticket, instead of getting a round trip ticket, Okay, tell him I'm doing a video right now. I'll call him back. Tell him I'm doing a video right now.
Just wait, huh?
Tell him I'm doing a video.
He's going to finish the video, huh?
Okay.
Where are you now?
So, rather than, what was I saying? Oh yeah, as far as airline tickets concerned, like if you're not knowing, if your intentions is coming to the Philippines with the possibility that you might stay longer than you plan to stay, or you might not decide not to go back, but in coming to the Philippines, you need a round trip ticket. You need a ticket of exit. So maybe what you would want to do is you get a ticket to the Philippines, and then have another exit date to a local country, like Taiwan, or a lot of people use Thailand or Korea, just to show that you're exiting, the country, but if you get a round trip ticket from like the U.S. and then another round trip ticket to the U.S., that's a lot more money that you may end up losing. I know me personally, which I was very fortunate. A lot of good things has happened to me. I was very fortunate because when I found out the hard way, when I bought a ticket to the Philippines. I think this is one of the times that I had gone back or whatever, and I didn't have a ticket to exit, so I had to buy one there in Korea. So they had me in a holding pattern somewhere. I don't know, whatever it was. I don't even remember the country. But I had to buy a ticket to Korea. So I bought a ticket to Korea, and that got me through customs into the Philippines. Now, what happened was that I was I was able to call them right away once I got to the Philippines and cancel that ticket. And some of you don't know that you have a time limit that you have when you can cancel a ticket and get reimbursed for it. But you got to do due diligent to make sure that happens. So that's what I did. I called them and they said, okay, they will refund my $100 and something back. So I was very fortunate to that. So I was able to enter the Philippines and also have my get my money back, so I didn't lose money on that second flight out of the Philippines. So that's something that you may want to consider when you're coming into the Philippines, to have that return ticket. And if it's not returning back home, have a return or exit out of the Philippines to one of the smaller countries or countries close by, Vietnam or whatever, where the cost of the flight is not going to be that much. But what I want to share with you right now is I want to share with you my bundle of joy. This is Helen. Helen, what are you doing? You want to say hello, Helen? Helen, you want to say hello? Let me see. Ooh. Oh, this is one of Helen's puppies. If you come close, you can see that its eyes are not open yet. You see? Oh. It's like about 7 days old. You see, it's getting fat, so you see it's trying to nurse on my finger. So this is one. This is the smallest one. She had 6 puppies, but 4 of them died. So we got 2 that are still alive. We have to really make sure that the lice don't eat them up. That's the smaller one. There you go, Helen. Ooh. And this is the biggest one. This is the white one. I want to show you it before its eyes open. So this is really a bundle of joy. This one here, we're hoping that it's long-haired. It's long hair. If we sell it, it'll be a lot more money. Like I said, Helen has terrific papers. So I wanted you to show you the puppies while their eyes are closed, because soon, any day now, the eyes are going to open. And any day now, the eyes are going to open. And so they'll be running around, bumping into stuff. Okay? So Helen, you okay, Helen? Yeah, Helen, give me my baby. What I had was that I had this dog bed here I showed you once before that I made and what have you. And we would put Helen and the puppies here, but Helen would take the puppies out and put them under the bed. And I guess that's where she wants to raise her pups. I remember when she was young, I saw that she would take the puppies and she would sleep under the bed. And I said to myself, that's where she's going to have puppies. And sure enough, she had puppies, and that's where she wants to raise them. All right, so I just want to stop and throw this a little bit in. I'm sure I'll throw something in a little later on to complete this video. But, the birthday party. I had a birthday party yesterday. It's always, interesting when you plan on something, and sometimes you plan illusions of grandeur, of things being a lot bigger than what they actually are. And I guess it is better to overplan than underplan. So we ended up having quite a few people. It was nice, to have, people come in and be here for that day. And so I was very grateful and very thankful for all you who showed up. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to play Now This, and you get to see a little bit of something of it. And you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, former lead singer in the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make me feel like a king. and never say no. And you know, yesterday I posted a video that says, "When you love someone," and when I saw it and I saw all the space to the side, I said I should have posted more pictures from that shooting. So anyway, so with that being said, these are a few more pictures of these two. You know, this couple. Okay, and with that, I want to thank Alex on the camera. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming to help me celebrate my birthday. Like I said, in my life, I have not had very many birthday celebrations. In fact, I was over 50 before I had my first cake with my name on it. So celebrating birthdays is something that I never did for myself in the States. So I am very thankful that you joined me today. I am very blessed to have so many people to come and take part in it. I also want to thank my Filipino family, Raphael, Michael, Chris, and what's my wife's name? Beautiful Mia. And thank her mother, her father, and sisters, and brother-in-law, and all of you from the Barangay Hall to come by and help me celebrate. Dirk, Malin, Sam, who's representing the kids, who's representing the siblings, I should say. And they're lining the cake. It has 67, 69, because but this whole year I can be 69. How old are you? I'm 69 with a smile. Who was that? I was talking to somebody. She's not here.
I'm 65.
No, I told somebody, you know what 69 means? And she said, She said Filipino men like 69. Okay, so they have it. So this is for
It's so bright.
Calvin, I guess, because Calvin doubted I could blow out 69 candles. So I'm going to do some push-ups. To see if I can blow out 69 candles. That looks kind of easy. But
Take a deep breath.
but since my family's here, I'm going to have you miss one there. Ouch. Miss one there. I'm going to
Also here. Here.
okay. I'm going to have assistance with my sons. Michael, Chris, and Raphael. I want to share this with them. So they're going to help me blow out these candles. Okay, come ready? You make a wish. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in the spirit of the day, let's go. Okay. All right, Alex, thanks.
Yeah. Sige. Ihatag niya. Yan.
Okay, it's been a long day.
That's from... Isa-isa lang. Wait.
And right now, this is from Dirk, Malin, and this from Dirk.
From the family.
The family. And let's see what they. I'm too weak to open it. I'm too tired. And it's a t-shirt. Wow. If Dirk got it, I know it's fit. This t-shirt. It says Los Angeles.
Wow. Thank you.
I used to live here. Thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate it. I love you. I love you. I love you. And this next one is from, who's this one from? Raphael?
Sarah.
Oh, this from Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sarah.
It's Tanduay, I think.
No. I hope. Yeah. Let me see.
Surprise.
She got them staples in it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, wow, look at this.
What's that?
Oh, this is right here.
That's for?
My cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
Jay, come here, Jay.
Pati yung cigarette.
Jay, come here.
I-transfer to yung cigarette. Pindut. Katag.
Go put them in there. This is a new one.
Yan pa. Balin dia. Asa man?
Come here, Jay. Say hello to everybody. Turn around, say hello, say hello. This is Jane.
Tara.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know, thank you, Jane. Wow. And also, it says Moonchild. Oh, stay wild. Wow.
Hey, see?
Moonchild. This very nice mug. You see that my videos now because I drink coffee out of this in the morning. And,
Nice. That's it? That's it?
Oh,
One more!
oh.
You have choices.
I'm trying to quit smoking and this is not helping. This is only encouraging. And there's something else in here.
Is it?
Oh.
Then, what is that?
Let me see.
I know what is that.
Put it in there, Gene.
Yeah, look.
Gene, take the paper off. Take the paper off the bottom, Gene.
Happy birthday to you.
This is an ashtray. Oh my God. Very nice. I guess you got tired of looking at our little ones. I've already decided I don't smoke in the house no more. But this is very nice. Thank you, Sarah. That's very, very nice and very thoughtful of you. Okay. Right.
Lipstick?
Oh, wait.
What's that?
Bye. Well,
Okay.
thank you. Have a wonderful time. Take all the family, friends, and come by and give me a love. Okay? So with that, this is Gerard Black in the Philippines. In the beautiful age of 69. We have Calvin here. Calvin came by. And don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like.
Yes, a gift also.
What?
Get the Calvin. Sapang dapat sa kiss.
What?
It is.
So what we gonna
Ayaw na
do
sila ng cook.
in up and coming months on your YouTube channel? I'm asking you for an addition. If you will host
That's
me
Calvin's
again.
gift and cake.
Oh, this is Calvin's gift. Oh.
What is that?
Oh Lord, I'm gonna take half of it back.
Oh my goodness.
He wants you.
You can bring it to the house.
This is the Imperador.
Yeah, you can bring it.
It's wet, so I don't know if it's leaking. Two
No.
bottles of Imperador. Oh, this I put in my coffee now every morning.
Lord, every morning.
Imperial coffee brandy. Wow, very nice. Thank you guys. Of course, they didn't take the price tags off. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Tiss. Thank you.
Happy birthday, though.
Happy birthday.
There you go. We love you. We love you.
Thank you, man.
We love you. Oh, ain't no doubt about it. We know you are, how you said,
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Tiss. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, everybody. Okay, this is Gerard passing out. Good night.
Okay.